So you typically stay away from like the Atmex or like a JM Bullion Provident, those types of...
Never order from those guys.
Today I'm talking to another gold and silver coin shop owner discussing alternative gold and silver that you should be stacking. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Empire Precious Metals. Stormy here. If you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a guy in a bucket talking about precious metals, so make sure you blast that subscribe button, get the bell notification clicked, that way you get updated with any new content. Today, I am very excited to introduce to the stacking community here on YouTube a coin shop owner who also deals with jewelry and antiques, but he has a passion for numismatics and stacking. And I have visited this shop multiple times when I've been up in New England, up in Vermont, and I have purchased quite a few things from him. Fast forward a couple of years, and I actually called him up on the phone and let him know who I was. I told him that I was Stormy from Empire Precious Metals on YouTube. He had heard of the channel, and he was intrigued at my proposition that I would just come in and interview him. And the reason I wanted to do this is I like getting a gauge or opinions from other people who are experts in the buying and selling of precious metals. It's no secret to anybody that the American Silver Eagles here in the United States is the, I would say, the preferred silver coin to stack. However, over the last year or so, we've seen the premiums on these coins just skyrocket, and a lot of people have been moving away from these coins into other silver coins, which I've discussed previously on this channel. Same with gold. You know, the gold eagles, these have been, again, the primary focus for, I would say, a lot of the American stackers. But a lot of people have started to move away from the gold eagle to other coins, such as maybe this gold maple leaf here. So I wanted to just bring forward to the community this awesome new resource for you to learn from, as well for you to possibly purchase some items from. All right, everybody, I'm here with my new friend Tim. Tim, how you doing, buddy?
I'm great, thanks.
So Tim is the owner of Puro Coins in Rutland. And I actually have come here several times in the past, incognito. He did not know I had a YouTube channel, and when I called you the other day and I told you about it, you were actually very willing to chat with me, so I appreciate it.
No problem.
So, Tim, one thing that I wanted to talk to you about was basically silver and what you've been seeing in terms of demand. Last time I was here, there was, you know, a wide selection. You had a whole bunch of stuff that you were letting me pick through. But now it seems like a lot of people have kind of cleaned you out.
Yep.
What are you noticing with everything right now in terms of the demand of precious metals?
Well, it used to be where I would get so much stuff over the counter that I would have to send it out to like the bigger dealers. Mm-hmm. And now I get nowhere near enough because demand is so much higher for physical silver right now. So I have to order from these guys to supply my local people.
What, if you don't mind me asking, which dealers have you typically been using?
I use Upstate they're out of Fayetteville, New York.
New York?
Yep.
I'm familiar.
Yep. Nice people. They have a really easy method to order online. You don't even have to talk to them. You could do a $20,000 order and not even speak to them. So I like Upstate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you typically stay away from like the Atmex or like a JM Bullion Provident, those types of...
I never order from those guys. And
too pricey?
Yeah, it's too pricey. You know, you have to jump through hoops to get an account with them and all that stuff. And I've done. My family's done business with Upstate for probably 40 years. We met them at the Albany Coin Show. But we also used to do business with Del Greco out of Massachusetts.
Okay.
And also with, his name was George Maraskos, and he just passed away, unfortunately. I did a lot with him too. Do those companies or businesses, do they typically have like minimums? Because I've never heard of them. I'm familiar with Fayetteville, the area. Yeah. Because I actually lived in that area. Oh yeah. Okay. Small world. Yeah. But do they have like minimums for your order? Not that I know of. I mean, I'm usually ordering. You know, the smallest order I would do is probably a couple $1,000s.
Okay.
So I don't know if they would be too excited to send me, you know, a single silver eagle or something like that. I'm sure they would do it, but.
Right.
And then I think there's some cost savings. If you're over a certain amount, it's free shipping. So.
What do you typically get from them? Are you typically like going for eagles? Are you going for junk silver? Like what's?
I haven't really ordered junk from them. It's usually maple leafs, rounds, or eagles.
Okay.
Bars on occasion, but it's usually that stuff.
And so I'm imagining you buy those things because that's what your customers are typically always asking for.
Yeah, and I also do just special orders for customers.
Okay.
You know, so that it always ends up being a little bit less expensive than like Atmex or some of the big ones.
Absolutely, yeah.
For them, you know, I don't make a huge profit on it, but it's more of a service.
Right.
They're also more comfortable. Because I've been doing this full time for 22 years, so I know it's good. You know, the silver's good, and you know, they could just pick it up. They don't have to worry about it going
right.
in the mail and all that. So
now, what do you think is the most popular in terms of what you've been selling? Silver eagles, maples, or generics? Like, what have you seen people buy more of?
It's kind of spread all over the place. I mean, as you probably know, the spreads on eagles are really high right now.
Yeah.
You know, so you used to be able to buy a silver eagle for $2 to $4 over spot,
yeah.
And now I don't know, is it
$10 or something?
Yeah, it's
over.
Like maybe even $12. I don't know. It's so much higher. So I've been doing. It seems like a lot of rounds and bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know how familiar you are with the Britannias, but they're, like Philharmonics, Britannias, those also tend to be something that people are leaning towards right now for that reason, like you said, is that the spread for the premiums on the Eagles are so high
Yeah.
That it's really almost silly to buy them.
Well, I used to tell people when they were paying, $4 over or $5 over spot, that you're likely going to get that premium back when you sell them. But now when they're paying $10 to $12 over spot, I'm not as optimistic you're going to get that premium back.
We've seen a big shift in the way the market is, and it's absolutely crazy just to think. I was buying Silver Eagles when I first started stacking. I was buying them for like $17.50 each.
Yeah.
And now, you'd be lucky to find them, under 30.
Oh yeah. Yeah, under 30 would be awesome.
People ask me all the time too. They're like, "Hey, are you selling Silver Eagles?" I'm like, "No, I'm not buying them. I'm not selling them." But I typically do buy the semi-numismatic stuff. And you actually had, last time I was here, quite the selection. And I actually bought up a lot. You had pandas. You had different koalas. You had a whole bunch of different things. And your prices were actually ridiculously good. So I actually left. Had to go to the ATM and came back because I couldn't pass up some of the stuff you were selling. And you were actually able to pull some stuff out for me. And I saw this here, which I'm going to be buying off of you because this here is a very popular series. I actually have the entire set of these from a few years back.
Cool.
And I think that's actually either the second or the first in the series, Privateer series. Now, I would love to talk to you about gold, too. Mm-hmm. When you have the gold in stock, what is the best seller for you?
Eagles and maple leafs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of maple leafs for silver, too. And I don't think, it doesn't seem like it would be because we're near Canada.
That's actually what I was going to say.
Yeah, I don't
you're
think
on the
so.
border.
Yeah, I used to live in St. Albans, which is 20 minutes from the border.
Okay.
And now we're closer to 2 hours from the border. And when we lived up there, we did a lot in Canadian coins and currency and things like that.
Okay.
But down here, not as much.
The maples, too, similar like the silver. Gold maples have a lot smaller premium on them.
Yeah, well,
than the gold eagles.
And people want them because they're 4 nines, 99.99% versus 3 nines. And you know, I tell them it's really not that big a difference.
It isn't.
The other thing with maple leafs is that they're so soft that if you scuff them up, you lose $20 right there.
Right.
When you go to sell them. So if you have maple leafs, really try to do your best to keep them as pristine as possible.
I put all of mine in capsules.
Yeah.
People usually make fun of me for doing that, but I want to be able to hold them, and there have been times where I've just been holding the coin in the capsule and I drop it, and you know, luckily the capsule took the brunt of the damage. So there you have it, Tim Puro of Puro's Coins and Jewelry Antiques. Definitely pay him a visit. Here's his information. I'm going to put all of his information in the description below. But definitely, if you call Tim, please let him know that Stormy sent you. It would be just, you know, really cool to support another local coin shop who has a passion for numismatics, stacking silver and gold like the rest of us here in the stacking community on YouTube. Anyhow, that does it for me, guys. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you agree with Tim's assessment on the different types of silver and gold that you should be stacking? What are you stacking? Let us know in the comments down below. And I would like to quickly thank these elite channel supporters. And if you haven't already become a channel member, please check out the awesome perks and join today. With that, this is Empire Precious Metals. Until next time, long live the Empire.